Two wives. His favorite one, Rachel, had a young son. And she died at his birth. His name was Benjamin. Ben is Yamin, son of my love. Paul could trace his lineage back to Benjamin.
Yep.
He felt of noble birth. But he says in the chapter that Andre preached on this morning, Philippians chapter 3, whatever gain I had, whatever counted in my advantage, my noble birth, my education, my experience, my zeal, my religious mind, whatever gain I had, I count it, and the Greek word speaks of like cow dung. I count it as refuse, to discard it confidently, because it adds no value to me. Because what happened is it pleased the Father to reveal His Son in me. The most accurate definition of an invisible God is Christ in you. The attributes of God, the fruit of the Spirit, decorates your life and makes your life more attractive than any external decoration could add to. Not even Solomon. Can you imagine Solomon's wardrobe? Hey? I mean, that's why I had to marry so many wives. They had to help him make up his mind. What shall I wear today, darling? Jesus says, forget about Solomon. Take one flower. So, you know, we think Jesus says something very irresponsible when He tells us to take no thought. Come on, Jesus, now let's just get practical. Let's just get real. Come on. Someone wrote to me the other day, don't get so heavenly minded because then you're of no earthly use. How ridiculous can you get? How ridiculous can you get? Because if you're earthly minded, you're useless. Jesus says, take no thought. Take no thought. Because those thoughts will take you. It will always make you feel I haven't got enough. I still need something more beautiful. I need to decorate myself. I'm going to go for another facelift and whatever lift needs to be lifted. But I'm going for all these things. I've got to look better. I've got to present myself better. I've got to look good. I've got to do this, trim here, trim there. And those thoughts occupy my time. I cannot redeem my time. Because have you noticed? We're all on the same conveyor belt. I mean, 2010 was a destiny. I know it was a fat big soccer ball, but it was a tomorrow thing, and suddenly 2010 is now behind us. It's behind us. And we take thought, and our thoughts trap us, snare us in an inferior expression to the Christ life, the life without design. And we have to try and fake things, and try and impress again, and win someone's applause, and feel that I belong to this group. You see, Jesus didn't come to start the Christian club. He didn't come to say to people, don't vote for Buddha, vote for me. Buddha's fat and ugly. Jesus is sexy and he's got sandals and long hair.
Come on, Francois.
He came to reveal. And what He revealed, He redeemed. He revealed the invisible God, as tangible, as visible as a human life can be. And He redeemed that life. He didn't redeem some kind of future mystery that you've still got to labor towards. Hopefully some of us will make it and we'll sneak into the, this rapturous moment. And goodbye, bye-bye world. Jesus speaks about the resurrection in John 14 after He's spoken about the cross. I go to prepare a place for you. He's not in the building business. He's not busy decorating some beautiful mansions out of space. He went to prepare a place for you so that you may be where He is. He says that you may be where I am. In the bosom of the Father. The only Son who is in the bosom of the Father has revealed Him. He has unveiled Him so that you may be where I am, He says. And He says, in that day you will know that I'm in my Father, and you in me, and I in you. And intertwining took place. And in the resurrection He came to display a new place that He has prepared for us. So that we may return. No man will ascend into this dimension who did not also descend. Even the Son of Man. What was the question? Who is the Son of Man? Simon by Revelation says, the Son of Man is not the son of Jonah. The Son of Man is not the son of Joseph, Mary. It's Son of God. We come from above. We began in God. He can redeem that. And so when Paul relates to his gospel, he doesn't relate to a gospel learned by man, taught by man, but to the gospel that was birthed in his understanding. He says it pleased God. He separated me from my mother's womb. It pleased him to reveal his Son in me. It is Christ in you, the hope of glory. Christ in you, the hope of things now come. Isn't that a beautiful song? Christ in you. Suddenly Paul discovered this is our message. We cannot dare continue with a gospel that continues its confusion, but it's unveiling. So that as in a mirror, we all, with open face, I see the exact same mirror. And in that same mirror I see myself. I discover myself in the mirror of his word, of his eternal opinion. No man will ascend, will access this dimension until I discover that I began there. I began in God's thought. You see, the only possible way that we could begin to explain the cross is to discover Genesis 1:26. Why would God pay such a price for a worthless creature called man? Jesus says he's like a businessman who discovers the treasure. And he covers it. He goes away and he sells all that he has and he buys the field. You're God's field. You're God's harvest.
Hallelujah.
You're his harvest. His harvest is measured by the success of the resurrection. And God established a testimony in the earth. He has borne witness to righteous judgment by raising Jesus from the dead. And what happened when he was raised from the dead? The temple was rebuilt. The temple was rebuilt. And here they gathered money to build another temple in Jerusalem. How? Distracted and deceived can the church be? But that's not church, that's organization, that's man-made stuff. He doesn't dwell in buildings made by human hands. He prepared for himself a body. And his body is on display in Christ, as in a mirror. As in a mirror. In your life, visible, made visible, tangible, the fruit of the Spirit, tangible, tangible life, beautiful, beautiful life. Amen. We have a few minutes left before lunch, and I thought to open the session for any urgent questions that might be in your heart. But remember, we're not trying to explain what 2 + 2 cannot be. So we don't want to go into distraction. What about this? But if there's an urgent question,